The Detroit Lions lose their chance to go to the Super Bowl, losing to the 49ers 34-31 in the NFC Championship game. And, this one's been beaten to death, and I don't want to go into detail, but this is the cliff notes from my perspective. They played great in the first half. They were the dominant team over a very good team in San Francisco. But in the second half, they did things you can't do in big games on the road. They fumbled. That's a turnover. They dropped passes in key, critical moments. You can't do that. Defensively, you made mistakes. You missed tackles. All those things lead to disaster, and it did for the Lions blowing that 17-point lead. A lot of people are beating Dan Campbell to death about his fourth down choices. And in my opinion, it's worth some criticism. And he even said after the game he knew he was going to get second-guessed. That's the way he is, and that's the way he's coached all year long. I get it, and I'm all for it. So I'm not going to beat him up about it. All I'm going to say is there are times when game situations should enter into your decision. And when they say that's what he always does, that's not necessarily true. And yesterday is a good example, or Sunday night is a good example. Because right before half, they were 4th and goal from the 3-yard line with a few seconds left, and they chose to kick it to get a 3-score lead. At the time, if he's going consistently, he would have gone for it to try to get a 3-touchdown lead. But he kicked. Why then in the third quarter, when he had a chance to extend a 14-point lead to a 17-point lead, he chose not to? Maybe he didn't have a lot of faith in his kicker. I don't know. But those are the game situations that sometimes I think you need to consider before you go back to your I'm going to be consistent and go on 4th down all the time. It's sad, and I wish the Lions would have gone forward because I think that team, the way they played in the first half, they could have beaten anybody. They could have beaten KC. They've already beaten KC this year. So going to the Super Bowl, I think they'd have had a little bit of a leg up. Plus, they'd have been brimming with confidence because of the way they played San Francisco. But it didn't turn out that way. It was a great year. It was an exceptional year. But in the NFL, the only thing that matters is winning your last game. And the Lions did not do that.